Dear children, on behalf of Department of Public Instructions, Block Education Office Vadalkere, how to score good marks in science. Previously, we are already discussed some concepts related to acids, bases and salts. Now, I would like to continue the remaining concepts in this chapter, part 2. This audio lesson is presented by Kumaraswamy MH, Assistant Teacher, Government High School Teklawatti, Vadalkere Taluk, Chitradurga District. Dear children, how strong are acid or base solutions? We can quantitatively find the amount of these ions present in a solution by making use of universal indicator. The universal indicator shows different colors at different concentrations of hydrogen ions in a solution. Scale of measuring hydrogen ion concentration in a solution is called pH scale. Dear children, pH can be measured in terms of pH scale. The P in pH stands for potence. In German, potence means power. Dear children, you can see how pH scale is to be. pH scale, we can measure pH generally from 0, which is very acidic, to 14, which is very alkaline. You can see the measurement from 0 to 14. So here 7 indicates neutral, less than 7 acidic, greater than 7 basic. The pH of a neutral solution is 7. Value less than 7 on pH scale represents an acidic solution. Values more than 7 on pH scale represents a basic solution. This pH can be measured by using pH papers. How pH papers are prepared? Paper impregnated with the universal indicator is used for measuring pH. The strength of acids and bases depends on the number of H plus ions and OH minus ions produced respectively. Dear children, if you take hydrochloric acid and acetic acid of the same concentration, then these produce different amounts of hydrogen ions. Acids that give rise to more H plus ions are said to be strong acids, and the acids that give less H plus ions are said to be weak acids. Dear children, give example for strong acids. So hydrochloric acid, nitric acid, sulfuric acid, these are some examples for strong acids. So example for weak acids, acetic acids, formic acid, etc. Importance of pH in everyday life. Our body works within the pH range of 7 to 7.8. Remember this. Our body works within the pH range of 7 to 7.8. Living organisms can survive only in a narrow range of pH change. Dear children, when pH of rainwater is less than 5.6, then it is called acid rain. So it is very dangerous. So how acid rain produces? You know that? When automobiles, factories liberated gases, it contains sulfur oxides, nitrogen oxides, carbon oxides, and these gases carried upwards by the wind. And these poisonous gases combine with water droplets to form acids, and it will fall on ground as acid rain. Dear children, acid rain destroys plants and pollutes water sources and soil and erodes buildings. Acid rain flows in the river and lower the pH of river water. The survival of aquatic life in such rivers become very difficult. It will lead to death of aquatic animals. The pH of soil. Plants require a specific pH range for their healthy growth. If the soil is acidic and unsuitable for cultivation, then to increase the basicity of soil, it's treated with quicklime, that means calcium oxide, or slacked lime, that means calcium hydroxide, or chalk, that means calcium carbonate. pH in our digestive system. Dear children, our stomach produces hydrochloric acid. You know that. During indigestion, the stomach produces too much acid and this causes pain and irritation. To get rid of this pain, people use bases called antacids. These antacids neutralize the excess acid. Magnesium hydroxide, which is also called as milk of magnesia, a mild base, is often used for this purpose. pH change as the cause of tooth decay. Dear children, tooth decay starts when the pH of mouth is lower than 5.5. Remember this. Tooth enamel made up of calcium hydroxyapatite, a crystalline form of calcium phosphate, is the hardest substance in the body, is corroded. When the pH in the mouth is below 5.5, bacteria present in the mouth produces acids by degradation of sugar and food particles remaining in the mouth after eating. That's why our mouth smells during early morning. The best way to prevent this is to clean the mouth after eating food. Using toothpastes, which are generally basic in nature, for cleaning the teeth, they neutralize the excess acid and prevent tooth decay. Dear children, self-defense by animals and plants through chemical warfare. Bee sting leaves an acid which causes pain and irritation. Use of a mild base like baking soda on the stung area gives relief. Stinging hair of nettle leaves inject methanoic acid causing burning pain. Dear children, regarding this, I would like to give some homework. What is the reason for tooth decay? How it can be prevented? This can be asked in examination. How antacids provide us relief during indigestion? Go through the questions in text and exercise and find the answers. Earlier, we are also discussed concepts regarding this question. Dear children, please go through it. I would like to inform you that the different acids present in different products. So observe the picture and information. Orange and lemon, citric acid is present. Vinegar, you seen this vinegar, dear children? While preparing gobi, they putting a colorless solution to that gobi, which is called vinegar. It is weak acid called acetic acid. Tamarind, tartaric acid. Tomato, oxalic acid. Curd, lactic acid. Then anti-sting and nettle sting, so methanoic acid. For this work, I would like to thank our beloved DDPI administration, Sri K. Ravishankar Reddy sir, and I would like to thank Sri SKB Prasad sir, DDPI development, and I would like to thank our beloved BO sir, Sri CM Tippeswamy sir, Hodalkere, and I would like to thank our Subject Inspector Govindappa sir, and I would like to thank our ECO Manjunath sir, and I would like to thank all the president, secretary and members of all the clubs Vadalkare. Thank you for listening my lesson. This completes the chapter Acids, Bases and Salts. Thank you.